Hello and welcome back. So let's deal with the navigation bar here because we've left it untouched for a while now. Now this will introduce us to the customize section of WordPress, where you allow the theme user to make some customization. So in this case, we want to add a logo for our website here, and we want the user to be able to change that logo when they want. So luckily for us, WordPress has something that works just like that. Now, if you go to the documentation here, the theme handbook, and then if you scroll down to theme functionality in the core supported features, you will see that there is custom logo over there. So in the custom logo, you have to tell it that you want to give support for that logo using the code given here. So if you see here, there's an action that happens after the theme setup. So let's copy this code right here, and let's come back to our functions.php. So we already have an action for init, but it seems this one needs a different section. So we'll say add action, and this one works after the theme setup. And then this is the function that we're going to create to run that. But like you've seen here, I don't like doing this because it just creates unnecessary functions that may cause conflicts with different plugins if available. So let me copy this function from here, and instead I'll just add the function right inside here and paste like so. That way I get the function here, but I don't need its name anymore. So I will remove the name like this and save. So now we have add action, and then inside the add action we have an array that is created just so we can run this add theme support the same way we were doing here. But this theme support we're adding is for the custom logo, and then the array, we are giving it these parameters from the array that is here. So we could add these params directly here, but it's much cleaner to do it like this. So the height of the logo is this, the width is 400 pixels. So let's try these default settings here, and we'll leave these as they are. Now what the header text does is you add, these are classes you add. Now once you add these classes, it's going to hide any text that has these classes whenever there's a logo. So for example here, let me come back to this. So if I have a navigation bar like this, so before the user can add a logo, there will be a name here for the blog. So let's add that blog name there. Anyway, let me finish explaining first. So there will be a name there so that when the user goes to customize and then they add a logo instead of having the name and the logo at the same time, it's going to hide this name so that it replaces that with a logo. So let's put this site title as a class inside the navigation. So let's go to navigation and look at where it says navbar. This is navbar right here, and this is the class for the navbar. So let's add an extra class here. This is the site title. So let's leave it there. And we don't have a site description, so this one is irrelevant, but we can just leave it there just in case. Yeah, I don't really know what this one does, but let's go back here. There's documentation, right? So let's look at the array params here. Everything here is explained. So this one is classes to hide. I've already talked about that. The expected logo height and width in pixels, and then logo images inserted using get custom logo. We will no longer link to the home page when visitors. Okay. So what this means is that when you unlink this, the the logo will not link to the home page. So I think maybe we should leave this as at false so that we link to the home page somehow. But let's leave this as it is for now. So how do we display the logo? Now to display the logo, we just put this if statement right here. Now if you don't want, because what happens with this statement is that it echoes the logo with its markup, meaning that it will have an image tag, etc., etc. So if you don't want it to have an image tag and so on, we can instead get the link to the logo itself, and then we add our own markup, as in this example right here. So let's see how we can display this logo. I'll put an if statement here and copy that. Let's come back to our navigation and let's move things a little bit lower here, like so. Yeah. Okay, so this is the site title. Now let's change the site title even. Let's put PHP tags and use blog info. And let's use name in there. And let's use single quotes, shall we? This isn't a PHP tag. Okay, there we go. And then let's close that. That way, instead of writing nav bar, it writes the site title, which is my blog. Okay, so now that we have this, instead we can put something here, which is that if statement, and close it over here. Then let's paste what we have. So that's the if statement for the custom logo. So this is the code that we need here. So let me come back here and refresh the page. So it looks like nothing has changed, right? So now let's go to customize, which you can also access from the appearance menu in admin, and you can click customize. This is how you customize the website. So the theme can be customized on this interface, and this is where we're going to add controls as well to be able to change the images on the slider here if we wanted to. Now you see there's a pencil here that shows that there's something here we can change, which is the custom logo. So let's click on site identity, and we can change our tagline and this one, which will change the description here. Wait a minute. Okay. And then I wonder if we're actually using our description. I'll check later. But then there's a site logo, and then there's the site icon. Now the site icon is the icon we see here at the top. So currently what we are seeing is the Apache logo. So if I click here and try to select some files, let's see if I can find a file square and small enough. So let me use this one. I'll open, I'll load this file. We'll use this same thing as a logo. So let's select, and then it will give you a chance to crop the image, and then I will crop the image. Now this image goes right at the top here. So if you notice, there's an image at the top here, which is right there. Same thing with the logo. So if I go in here and choose one of these, let me see which one is the right size. This one is squarish. Let's select that one, shall we? Or the original one. Let's do that. So select. And because of the resolution that I gave, this is what I get. It's asking me to crop. Let me cancel this, go back, site logo, select the original one, select. And so this is the expected resolution. So I'm just going to get this part down here and then click crop image. And there we go. So now, as you can see, the logo is right here. But for some reason, this isn't disappearing as it should. Yeah, and this is a bit too wide, but that's beyond besides the point. As long as we have a logo there, let's publish our findings. Yes. And then now I can close the customizer, and now I have a logo here, which is part of this section, but this logo is quite large. So let's see on custom logo here, do we use get custom logo, or let's see in a second here, the custom logo, the custom returns markup for the custom logo. Okay, so get custom logo here. Let's do get, wait a second, let's go back here and inspect what we have, what kind of markup we have. So there's a class called custom logo here, and we can use that to determine how to display this. So let's go instead in our style.php, where is this, style.css, sorry, and I'm just going to do .custom logo like this, and then I'll say max width, let's try 100 pixels. Let's see if it's going to respond to that. So it isn't responding, so it could be that inside functions here we have a cached version. So if it is cached, all we need to do is change the random characters we added here, and it will be forced to reload the file. And there we go. So it has worked there. And let's come back to the style again. So max width, and then let's look at the resolution here that we've set. So it's 1 to 4, so 100, 400. So if the width is 100, let's see here, maybe, yeah. So if it's 100, let me come back here, then the height is this number divided by 4. So that's 25 pixels, like so. Let's come back and refresh. Yeah, that way it's not distorted, but it's too small. So let's double that, 200 to 50. Okay, keeping the ratio. That looks pretty good. And then now what I need to do is go back to this part. Now, instead of having it show both, what I can do is cut this out, and then on the else statement right here, I will put in that HTML. Okay, like so. So in order to accommodate this, I will close my PHP tag here by doing that, and then reopening it again over here. That way I have some HTML here, and there we go. So now it's one or the other. So at least there, if there was no logo, it would show the other thing. So let's try and remove the logo. So I'm going to go back to customize site identity, remove the logo, and let's see, publish. Let's see what's going on. Let's make sure that we are seeing, and it seems we are not seeing that. So the else statement isn't working. If function exists, the custom logo. So it seems it's still going through here. Now I think there is a different method here. Let's go down here for a second. It should be the has custom logo instead. So copy that has custom logo, and if has custom logo, let's paste that. Then we show that, else we show this. So let's try this again, and let's refresh. So we see my blog. Let's customize back to site identity, select this one, select, and we say skip cropping, and it's added. Publish, and after publishing, let's close that. Now you see we have a logo. Very cool. Now the logo here, if I it doesn't link to the home page. So let's change our function thingy here to false to stop it from unlinking the home page logo. So let's refresh, and now it links to the home page. Alright, so that's how you add a custom logo to your WordPress site. Hopefully you've learned something. I'll see you in the next video where we deal with the actual navigation. See you then.